2013 werd ik gekroond tot de eerste Miss Supranational Nederland. En dat heeft mij gemaakt tot de persoon die ik vandaag de dag ben. In mijn reis als Miss ben ik ontzettend veel dingen tegengekomen. En een van die dingen is dat ik ontzettend gelukkig word van mensen blij te maken. Vandaag heb ik een hele speciale gast. Haar naam is Valeria Vazquez, all the way from Puerto Rico. Dames en heren, om jullie alvast even warm te maken voor de webserie Dromen met Leila, geniet ervan, van de exclusieve interview met Valeria. Valeria Vazquez.
There you go,
Yay! Welcome to Amsterdam.
Thank you.
It's your first time in the Netherlands, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, and you arrived this morning?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. I saw on your Instagram that you have been traveling around Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So where have you been so far?
Well, Europe and first on February and Asia. So it's
Wow.
been a lot of traveling.
Yeah. So during your travels, what have you been doing?
Most of the work has been work with the local organizations for Miss Supranational and meeting with sponsors. What else? Oh, also doing local pageants, interviews, pretty much stuff like that. Super work.
Yeah, it really super work. But mostly exciting, of
Yes,
course. I
of
think
course,
you're
of
seeing
course.
different parts of the world, different people.
Yeah, that's like the most fun of everything. Like getting to go to places I've never imagined I would be in, and in so little time. And also getting to meet new people, new cultures, food. It's like a whole new experience because before Supra, the only places I've ever visited was Dominican Republic, which is right next to Puerto Rico, and some states and cities of the U.S. So
Yeah.
everything is a first.
Everything is a first, yeah, but that's beautiful. And you're from Puerto Rico yourself.
Yeah.
You're born in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
You're 25 of age,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yep.
So, all your life you've lived in Puerto Rico, isn't it?
Yep, that's correct.
You studied in Puerto Rico. What did you study in Puerto Rico?
So back in Puerto Rico, I first started doing my bachelor's degree in biology, but I decided to change into something that would be a little bit more useful, you could say, to me, because after you finish in biology, like you have to do a lot of whole other stuff to actually start working. So I decided to change into medical technology. I already had some of the credits to get into it, so I applied to one of our med schools there, and I got in, and well, top of our med schools there. So I got in and started medical technology past August.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But you decided to participate in Miss Supranational because you are the reigning Miss Supranational, the 10th Miss Supranational to be precise.
Yeah.
So what actually made you to enter the competition?
So back home, everyone that's into the modeling business, we all know about the beauty pageant industry. So I've had offers before for different pageants, like Miss Universe Puerto Rico or Miss World Puerto Rico, to actually get into the pageant industry. And I've never wanted to go for it because I never thought it was the right time for it. So for this time, they offered me to be a Miss Supranational because we were not able to do a local pageant, because for my organization everything got laid back because of Hurricane Maria, like all their plans. So they just like asked me if I wanted, and appointed me Miss Supranational Puerto Rico. And I decided to actually do it because I felt like it was the right moment to get involved in that whole pageant thing.
Yeah.
Like I had the time because I was just studying. I had quit working and stuff because of studying. So I was like, you know what? I'm already 25, yeah, when I got the title.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually 24. I'm 24. So when I got the title, I was 24, and I was like, I cannot keep on prolonging this time of getting into it or not. So I think it's the time to do it. I feel like it's the right moment. I can actually get into all the preparations for a pageant, and I decided to go for it. Like it was something in me that said, you know what, you should do it.
Yeah, and then you eventually won.
Yes.
Because how many contestants were there in Miss Supranational that year?
With me, 74.
74, and out of 74, you were the winner. So I guess from that point on, your life changed very much.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if like I wouldn't have won, I would be back home doing my studies and finishing school. So I had to put all of that on hold to actually get to do all the traveling. And right now, I would have never expected not even to be in one of the countries that I've been so far. So it's life-changing, I guess.
Yeah.
Lots of traveling, lots of work, stuff that I was not expecting.
No, exactly. But to go back to Puerto Rico, how was your childhood? Like, because now you're an adult, you can make a lot of choices for yourself. You were studying, you decided to enter a beauty pageant, you eventually won, your life changed, you're traveling, etc., etc. But what I really would like to know, and I think the viewers would also like to know, is that how was your childhood like? Like from the age, let's say, 2 till about 23, 24. How was your life then?
So, how do I start this?
Just start anywhere.
So my life, I wouldn't say that it was like the super challenging life, you would say. I'm middle class back home, and my mom always tried to give me as much as she could. That she's one of these persons that believes that you should develop your child in every single thing. So she got me into music. So I played violin since I think 7 years until maybe 18 or 19. And like, pretty much like 10 or 11 years.
Yeah.
She got me into sports too. I played a lot of sports, but the constant one was always volleyball. Like that's the one that I liked. But I tried tennis, I tried soccer, I tried even fencing. So she got me into all of these things to actually like develop my brain, I guess. Even chess. She even had me. Yeah, she even had me in classes for chess. So pretty much like that. And all around I studied in, I don't know if you know about this method of education, Montessori. It's a method where you kind of like learn with materials, but they try and make you an individual, like I'm forgetting this word. Like when you don't need anyone to do something.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I get your point.
So that, independent. That's So I've always been very independent. I've never needed my parents for doing much stuff. Sometimes I like just want them to be there, but I do everything.
Exactly.
So pretty much that, like doing a lot of stuff, a lot of sports, a lot of studying, because I've always wanted to study. I graduated my high school with high honors. So yeah, that's pretty much Valeria.
Wow.
Back then.
But it seems like a very beautiful childhood from what I've heard.
It was, yeah.
Do you have
I wouldn't
siblings?
change it for anything in the world, actually.
I get that, of course. That's a beautiful thing and something you should treasure forever, of course.
Yeah.
But do you also have siblings?
Yes, I have a brother. He's 5 years younger than me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's just the two of you.
Yep.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Just two, like a pair.
Oh. And are you guys very close with each other, or?
It's like a tough love relationship.
Yeah,
like
brother, sister.
Yeah, like we know we love each other, but we don't tell each other that much often. Unless like for special occasions, it's like, yeah, I love you.
The typical brother-sister relationship.
Yeah.
And your parents, like, are they super involved in your life? Because I heard you talking about your mom.
Oh yeah, both of them. They do different aspects of my life, I guess. But yeah, they both are. My dad, you could say, is the one that has always driven me around to everything, because he has a more flexible schedule than my mom.
Yeah.
But my mom was the one that always managed to, like, okay, we need to get her here, we need to give her this, and that, also for my brother.
Yeah.
So they were very involved, both of them.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
I still have them on a WhatsApp group and like all the time like, oh, what are you doing? What's going on? Where are you now? And
Well,
I'm like,
that's great. I mean, there are a lot out there that don't have parents don't have both or just have one. So it's like unique to have both parents. I have both parents as well.
I know.
So it's like you gotta cherish that forever.
Sometimes it's like, oh my god, it's okay, but then I'm like,
I get it.
I know that it's a privilege, so it's like it's their love for me.
True. I get it. But okay, if we go back again to you winning the title, Miss Supranational, your life changed, of course, like crazy. You've been traveling around, you've been doing so many beautiful things as you just mentioned. There are still a lot of things coming up, I think, because you're not done yet. Because when will you be recrowning? Do you know that?
December, I think. Miss Supranational is usually on December.
True.
So usually the first week of December.
True. Yeah. And are you anxious, scared? Like,
no.
Do you want to give away your crown, or you're like, no, it's mine?
I actually don't like to think way ahead. Like.
Yeah. True.
I like to live the moment because then I'll be like sad, even though we have like a lot of months for that to happen. So it's like, you know what, I know it's coming, but let me enjoy this moment for now.
So while it lasts. Well, you still have a lot of months to go, so enjoy, I must say.
Oh, I will. I've been so far, so I'll keep on enjoying.
Exactly. So, like Valeria, you're 25 years. You're a young, strong woman. To my opinion, from what I've seen so far, I do follow you, so yeah. And I have a pageant background myself. Most of the viewers know that I have a pageant background. So I'm totally into pageant. I wasn't before, but I know that there are a lot of young girls out there that are maybe like doubting, like, should I participate in a pageant? Should I not? Most people have like a stereotype image of a pageant queen. They think that we're dumb, we don't have no brains, and all we do is be beautiful, and we have nothing else to offer. But the world has changed, and we do have actually a lot to offer. Like you have mentioned so many great things that you have been doing, and also your studies, and you're a pageant queen with brains, and you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You know, so
are you.
Like for the young girls, thank you. For the young girls that are watching, what would you like to tell them? Like for the ones that do want to participate in a pageant, but also for the ones that are just clueless in life and don't know.
So first I want to address the fact that of the stereotype of a beauty queen. Beauty queens are all, like you said, usually thought of like people that have like no brains or like are just pretty and stuff like that. It's a stereotype that we need to fight against.
Yeah.
And I just want like to tell the viewers, like for example, while we were in the pageant, some of the girls were also studying at the same time. So some of them, while they had their breaks, I think we also had one that was on med school too. So while we were on breaks or like we had periods of not doing anything on schedule, they were back in their rooms or like somewhere around the hotel with their laptops and getting their job done. Because I mean, it's school, you have to. Also myself, when I got back to Puerto Rico, that's why for when I won, I just stayed like for 4 days in Poland and I headed back home because I needed to get everything ready to actually start my year as Miss Supra. Yeah. So I had to get back and finish off my classes. I had to take 3 exams, one job to hand in, and I think there was something else, but I don't remember the other thing. I know it was 5 things, and I had to do all of that in just a week. Yeah. So I had a week to study and like 2 days to actually take the 3 tests and hand in the jobs. So it's not as easy, and a lot of girls do study a lot of things. Like a lot of them become lawyers, a lot of them become doctors. So I think people should just have to get to know more what those girls have to offer, because there are a lot of things. And beauty pageants are not just like a physical thing. Beauty pageants are usually like how do you call this? Like an open door to opportunities and to get to meet new people, new contacts, especially if you're into the entertainment business. Exactly. So it's more like a trampoline kind of thing. Yeah. Than just like a physical thing. Yeah. So that's that. And for the girls that want to maybe join a pageant but they don't really know if they should or if they could, just believe in yourself. Just know that when you're making this decision, you should have to, yeah, I got tongue tied. Sorry, English is not my first language.
Doesn't matter. We're human.
So, you should know that there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of time-consuming things, money-consuming things, and a lot of effort to give into the pageant if you want to actually like do well and not regret anything. And what I usually say to girls is just that make every single decision, every single step that you take, make that like your decision, like that's it.
Yeah.
Like don't regret it, just do it and that's it. If you don't do it, then you'll never know what could have happened. It's better to know than not know.
True.
So just be confident about your decisions and just take them.
Yeah.
And do it. Why not?
Exactly, do it.
Also, beauty pageants are fun. You get to meet a lot of people from around the world.
That's true.
Even if you like don't win to point it out like that.
That's true.
But yeah.
Yeah.
They're fun.
No, it's really true because I also myself met a lot of people while traveling around the world and have so many friendships.
I know,
out
right?
there. So many friends. Then I'm like, oh, I'm coming to Cuba. I'm like, oh, Miss Cuba, you know, like,
I know.
oh, I'm going to India. Oh, you know, and I've been working a lot in India since I participated in Miss Supermodel.
Mm-hmm.
So that opened a very huge door, and that's where I found out that I really like to host and to speak, and so that's where I knew I had a totally different talent, and I never knew that I had those skills. So now you see, now I have my own TV show and everything.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, you know,
that,
so
like,
it opened doors.
Yeah, like girls, usually girls like win pageants, or even if they don't win, because back home we also have a lot of girls that haven't actually won, but they are like in TV or like in media or something, like whatever they want, and you get a lot of like contacts. For example, right now I was in Cannes, and we were there for a market of TV, MIP TV.
Yeah.
And I met so much people, like producers, directors, people from marketing, and like from all of the channels you could imagine, because we had everything there, like channels from France, channels from US, channels from everywhere.
True.
So it's really like a portal to meeting a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. And what do you think about, because I am a humanitarian, that's how people actually know me these past 2 years. I've been doing a lot of work for people that are different. So it can be physical, can be mentally, or it can be so many different ways. Having one leg, being disabled, having skin diseases or whatsoever. So this group of people are mostly called a group of disabilities, like, you know, the handicap group. I always say I like to use the word different. They're just different because most people are born with it, but some people maybe had an accident or later in their lifetime they all of a sudden get a tumor in their face that starts growing, or suddenly skin disease starts. So and this is a very fragile group of people, and I love to help people. I'm all about giving love. I asked my friends a while ago, please describe me with just one word, and all of them said love. So I was like, oh, that's cool, you know. And it's true, because I really love to give people a lot of love, and especially that group of people, and because it's a group of people that people mostly just look at and like, oh, you're weird, oh, you're this,
like,
you know,
them as outcasts.
Exactly. So, and I know a lot of them are watching right now because they love it, and I'm sure they love you as well, and your personality, because you're bubbly. Yeah, of course. I know my viewers, of course. So, and most of them, those are the people that are different, are the ones that are watching. And what would you like to tell them? Because, you know, lack of confidence, scared to go outside, scared about what people have to say about them. And I always, you know, try my best to give them an energy boost and be positive and get them out there. But I think it will also be nice for them to receive a message from you. Like, you as a pageant queen, of course, you have experienced a lot of things yourself. We're both very healthy and we have everything. But from your heart, what would you like to tell them?
I just feel like, well, different people or handicapped people, I don't like to use either the word maybe different, because I think they're they're the same to me, like, honestly.
More unique.
Yeah, they're like unique, exactly.
Yeah, unique.
And I don't think that being handicapped or different or unique, like, should stop you from doing anything. Like right now, for example, I was in Cannes presenting an Emmy in the kids category. The girl that won is a girl that has a condition. She was born with it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, so she actually won, and she has a very interesting life. Like she vlogs her life, and I think she's wonderful, and I am very happy that she won her Emmy. So I think that not even her disability stopped her. So why should anyone else be stopped?
True.
So it's just like follow your dreams. Make sure that, like, when I said, like, to the girls that wanna also be queens.
Yes.
Follow your dreams. Go for it. Don't be afraid of making any decision, and just like be confident about it. Be confident about who you are, even if you're like with some kind of disability, disease, or something like.
True.
You're still human.
Exactly. They're still human, and that's what I always tell them, that you're human regardless, because anything can happen to anyone, anytime, any day. So I always try to tell someone, like, what if you all of a sudden end up in a wheelchair one day? You just wake up and you end up in a wheelchair. I have a friend of mine, Zakaria. He woke up one day and was blind.
Oh.
So just imagine just closing your eyes right now, and that's your life right now.
Oh my God, that's actually one of my fears. I mean, not necessarily waking up blind, but like not being able to see what I see right now.
Exactly.
So
you have to listen to voices, and it's totally weird. Like, I always tell people, just imagine just waking up like that one day, because he could see. All his life he could see. And at the age of 30 something, you just wake up one day and the lights go off, you know? And probably might never go back on. So those are things like people don't really realize.
Things
like
can happen. It's like even, for example, when you're all fine and healthy, and like then you have a cold, like you're like, oh, I wish my nose was healthy again. Like I mean, from that you can get back, but it's things that people like don't usually notice. Like you wouldn't, if you were fine, you wouldn't be like, oh, my nose. Like, no,
exactly.
No. So just enjoy it, like the most of it.
That's it. Yeah. Exactly.
Just enjoying life, enjoying your your everything.
Yeah, just be grateful for everything you have, and that's it. Extremely thankful.
Yeah.
So how about after, let's say, Miss Supranational? So let's say your whole roller coaster life is coming to an end. You're going to recrown a new queen, let's say in December. Do you already know like what you're gonna do after crowning?
Well, I am open to every single thing that comes in this year. But my immediate action after Miss Supranational, like, and handing in my title, would be getting back to my studies to actually finish them.
Yeah.
Because of course, I have a beauty queen title and everything, but this thing, you would say, like, lasts until a certain period, and I cannot leave out of this beauty or crown for that much. So I also want to have my studies.
Yeah.
So that, but I would also love to try entertainment business.
I think you should. I think you should become a host or something.
Oh, we'll see.
Because you're so well spoken.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, and you have the looks. I think you should.
Thank you. That's something I actually wanna try.
You
and
should.
I had some discussions this past week.
Ooh.
So we'll see what's in store.
I'll be watching you. Definitely. Wow. Thank you so much for this interview.
No, thank you. I like this kind of interviews where now it's fun and like I can be my silly self.
Yeah, no, of course you should be yourself, of course. Any plans for Amsterdam? Because I know, how long will you still be in Amsterdam actually?
Just 48 hours.
Oh my lord. And then you're going to where?
Yeah, 48, right? Yeah, 48.
Oh,
right.
Oh, And then after that, after Amsterdam, you're going to...
I don't know the exact order, but I know I'm gonna be stepping into Belgium. I'm going back to France, but this time instead of Cannes, to Paris and some other city. I think after that I'm going back to Poland and then Slovakia, and that back home until my next trip.
Busy! Wow, I salute you. Now you can have your Belgian waffles because you're talking about Belgian waffles. Now you can have them when you go to Belgium.
Yes!
Wow, I'll be watching every step.
So will I to you.
Oh, I'm honored.
You know, we have talked about this already. This
Never
is a
mind.
secret.
It's a secret.
This is here.
I want to thank you so much for this fun interview. Thank you so much. And I hope to see more of you. I'm going to follow you. Follow her as well.
Yes.
And
in Instagram, I usually post everything that's related to my life into Supra, so you can follow me there. It's Valeria Vaz, __.
We'll put that on the screen. It's way easier. Thank you. And you can also follow Miss Supranational.
Yeah, the account of Miss Supranational as well.
Social media. So
search it just like that, Miss Supranational.
Voila. Oh, and for the ones that didn't know, I'm Miss Supranational 2013 for Netherlands. Yay! So reconnect.
Yes.
We know what we're talking about.
This is a super family.
Super family.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And have a safe trip back.
Thank you.
To wherever you're going, and
I
eventually
have
home.
to ask.
And eventually
so
home,
by
Puerto
now.
Rico.
Yes.
But you'll be fine. A lot of good things coming up.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.